remember that game. I was there actually to watch it.
And
Korea.
don't tell me how old you were.
Yeah.
Leave that.
Oh man, high school,
Oh,
grade school, that time.
I've looked very different. But what I remember about that game was in the Korea team, they had this one shooter. I forgot his name, but I just remember he was just always running around the court. Like the play was like you're just setting down screens for him. Like every time he's just running around side to side. Oh man! And then when we beat that, like it was funny because I could see like in the crowd, like there are so many like grown men just crying, just like they have accomplished this big feat. And yeah, how's that feel for you? Like, I mean, obviously, like for you guys are the ones on the court, battling it out, grinding. But then there's other people that probably share the same passion and drive as the Philippines, to represent the Philippines.
For
How's that?
sure. I mean, it was one of those feelings, when the game ended, where you finally, it was like this weight off your shoulders. It was like a relief, but at the
Mm.
same time, you really understood, just for me, knowing the history of Korea and the Philippines, how often, Korea seems to be the roadblock, right? Always got
Yeah.
Right.
And then, knowing that, and then even a couple of days before in the tournament, we had lost to Chinese Taipei. And that's when, at that time, I think there was a big rift going on between, us and Taipei. I think we had OFWs that had kind of gone through some things there in Taipei. So when we lost that game, it was like, damn, we let the whole country down. Like, we have to make this right. And we were blessed to have an opportunity to kind of lose that game but not be out. Um, so to beat Korea, and like you said, seeing Coach Yang crying, looking up,
Yeah.
my wife and my two sons are jumping up and down, and
Right.
just a sense of accomplishment, man, is truly special. I'm sure you guys you share the feelings, whether it's this podcast and getting it done, like that sense of accomplishment
For sure.
is nothing like it.
For sure. Yeah. I see. And especially on that stage, like wow,
Yeah,
home court,
home court for sure.
right?
It's crazy.
But and you did mention that the 2014 team was also one of your favorite teams to play for, and in that 2014 team, you had this one, I wouldn't say one, two legendary moments. Argentina game. Oh my goodness, what the poster against Luis Scola, man. I think when I saw that, I watched that 10 times. Dribble, he got this two-step gather, bang, right hand, dunked it. How was that? How was that poster feeling for you posterizing an
Yeah,
NBA?
it was a dream situation, for just that whole tournament, that whole run. And I think, yeah, if people have heard me speak on this before, but in terms of that game, there was something about the energy, and like I don't play a lot of video games, right? But I'll play
Right.
FIFA. Like I'll sit and play
Okay.
FIFA all day.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
just having that like kind of FIFA World Cup vibe going against Argentina and the history, you know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in Argentina, I promise, is the only country that I know that like parties during their national anthem, like
Oh
straight.
wow.
And usually it's very stoic, right? It's a very serious moment, but
Right.
they're crowds jumping, they're like
Right.
hands on their shoulders, like kind of bouncing.
Uh,
It
yeah, I
kind
feel
of
that.
brought this energy to the beginning of the game,
Hmm.
and maybe it kind of backfired for them a little bit.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it
yeah,
worked out in the end. But I mean,
yeah.
it backfired in the start, and Jason dropped the perfect pass, like you
Uh-huh.
said, on a 2 foot jumper. So 2 foot on the left side, I get the jump right to the middle of the rim, and
Uh-huh.
it was the dream kind of setup right there.
Right, right. Like it was so good that it overshadowed your other poster as well. Yeah, you got another one with your left hand on a nice like you got down screen, come on top, get the ball, drive it, left hand
Yeah,
dunk.
a little
Oh, that,
fake hand off the Dre. That's
uh-huh.
my favorite, probably my favorite dunk of my career, to be honest.
Wow,
Hmm.
really?
I don't jump off of 1 foot often, so I jumped off of
Yeah.
1 foot. I don't dunk with my left all that often.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dunk with my left, and it should have been an and one. Like a
Uh-huh.
lot of
Uh-huh.
like every time I watch it, I think that's what makes me more than mad than anything. Like that should
Yeah.
have been an and one,
Uh-huh.
and I forget what the score. Like it was a turning point type of play too.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Yeah.
look, you can't go back.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. Whew. Like I think like when you said a while ago when the Argentina when they do their national anthem, they party. I
Yeah.
feel like when you got that dunk in on Scola, like you had a big party in you. Like, I saw your reaction, I was like, woo! But yeah, you had a big party inside you for sure.
Sure, nothing like it,
Oh.
man. It was, like I said, it would have been cool if it was the Greece game and it was Giannis instead, but
Oh my god. Oh
Skull
my
was
god. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now that we're starting to mention these NBA players, you said Giannis and Greece. I rather skinnier Giannis, if I may add, like compared to now. Like he was still
yeah.
that skinnier Giannis. You guys also went against Croatia. Bojan Bogdanovic from Utah was there. Saric
Mm.
All right,
was
yeah.
there. So yeah, safe to say you went up against a lot of good players. So in your Gila stint, could you name us some of the hardest players that you had to guard? Because especially with your play style, I mean, we all know you're a lock-in defender, a nightmare for 2 guards, 3 guards. So yeah, who is probably the hardest player?
Yeah, actually, I recently wrote an article on the same topic with NBA.com Philippines. I've been writing for them here and there in spots, trying to
All
use my
right, all
journalism
right,
major. But
all right. All
and
right.
it's even trying to put that list together was tough. I tried to lock in on just wings. I was going to let Jimmy and LA and those guys, if they ever wanted to go strictly
Mm.
point guards.
Okay.
I had some of that action too, but Nicolas Batum, played him in a tune-up game before the World Cup, and he just super. It was almost like he was pacing himself. Like I was just going all out for like 3 quarters, and by the fourth quarter, he had like this extra gear, and yeah, he got the best of me. Um, Bogdanovich for sure. Giannis is on the list just because you saw the potential. Like
Right.
he played in spots. He had a lot of vets in front of him, but the potential was obvious. Like it was glaring. For me, one of my favorite players was Francisco Garcia. I don't know if a lot of guys know him, but
He used to play Sacramento before.
yeah, he played for the Dominican Republic, but played for SAC. Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked him when he was in college. He went to Louisville, which is a big time basketball program
Yeah.
in the state. So to go up against him was one of those like wow moments for me. You know what I mean? Just being the basketball fan that I am.
Yeah.
That was cool. Who else? Man, I feel like I'm forgetting somebody that I put on my list. But
Cisco Garcia, Giannis, Bojan.
if you want to just go guards, you got JJ Barea, who I played against in college. So
Oh man.
I already knew
Yeah.
those problems. That guy's different. Campazzo was there also. Campazzo was there.
Mm.
I think Prigioni was there. So there's,
Prigioni. Yeah.
there's a lot of solid players, man. That you just naturally have to up your game. You have to try to get up to their level. I won't mention the 2019 World Cup because that was ugly. I don't know if we were guarding much of anybody.
Well, yeah, you have a solid list anyway. Like man,
Yeah.
just most
How
people
about,
they can only say it on 2K.
Yeah.
In real life.
You mentioned your poster. Yeah, we talked about your poster a while ago, on Scola, and that was pretty awesome. But on the flip side, do you recall any moment you as a defender, you were like just?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
I mean,
I had
everyone gets
nothing.
crossed. I feel like at one point, or
Yeah.
everyone gets postered maybe at one point. Like, what was that moment wherein you as a defender,
Yeah.
you were just like, damn, like,
Like I stole the ball or I took away a shot. Like
I mean, from an international standpoint, I think a lot of it was going up against the same guys I mentioned, where like it was almost like a different level of play. Like I was like, I'll give the example for Nicolas Batum. We're playing in France in a tune-up game. Energy's crazy, and I think they totally misjudged our team. Like, they didn't watch obviously any tape. Like I think Japeth came down and dunked on what's the guy for the Wizards? Bahimi.
Young Mahimi. Young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
Japeth came in and dunked on him to start the game. Like it was wild. But for the first 3 quarters, like I'm not kidding. I thought I was locking Batum up. Like he had,
Okay.
I don't think he might have had like a basket or like maybe I fouled him. He had 2 free throws.
Yeah.
But like I said, fourth quarter came and it was like, okay, winning time. Go ahead, keep chasing me. I'm gonna get you in the air. Like it was super, super strategic. And it was a lesson that I learned moving forward because it was just I have to play with a better pace. And
Mm.
I think that was one of those things where it's like, man, like Batum, like I almost wanted to ask him after the game, like, bro, did you know like I was just gonna get tired at some point? But
Yeah.
a different mental switch that was turned on. And I think, a lot of whether it's great players or NBA players, whatever, they can sense it and kind of flip that switch really quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. If you dig that video, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel. And last but not least, don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any video.